Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Okay, I have just been sent a new little, I guess, Bitcoin miner, but it looks like a GPU. This is a Magic Miner BG02. Apparently it does 7 terahash at about, I think this is wrong, 240 watts according to the box, but I think online everywhere it says it's doing about 150 watts, plus or minus 5%. So, but the thing is, this thing, it looks like a GPU. So let's unbox it here. Thank you to plebsource.com for sending me this Magic Miner BG02. And I'm going to just go through what this thing does or how it connects, as it looks like a GPU. Look at that. Look at this. Okay, so it's got a PCIe right here. That's actually one of the first things I'm questioning. Is this actually functional? Wow, look at that. Okay, so there's actually a user manual here. Oh, wow. Wow. Whoa, is this like a Magic the Gathering type of thing? Look at that. I guess that's why the name is Magic Miner. Alt Flame Core Artisan. Oh, dude. What is this? It's like a, oh, it's like a book. It's just a empty like notepad book here. Interesting. User manual. But anyways, yeah, the rest of it is all blank. Okay, that's cool. All right, the GPU itself. Let's take it out here. Okay, here we go. Whew. Oh, this is cool. Oh, there's a plastic shroud over it. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Gonna put on the side here. All right, here we go. The BG02, Magic Miner BG02. It's got 2 fans, which pretty much mimic like a GPU fan. That's pretty cool. And okay, at the top here, there is a screen. All right, and then there's an 8-pin PCIe for power. Now, does this have any other power methods other than, I guess, just the 8-pin PCIe? Actually, does it power by the PCIe slot here? I don't think so. You know what? I am gonna try it on this. I have another computer with the Elmore Labs PMD2. I'm gonna see if this actually draws any power, so I thought that might be pretty cool later on. But just on the back here, okay, it does say, okay, power consumption says 200 watts now. On the box it said 250. On the website on PlebSource it says 150. So I guess we'll find out here. I'm gonna see exactly how much this thing is taking. But yeah, look at the back here. Okay, it looks like it extends the GPU heatsink back over here. Screen is here. I don't see any other power sources on this, I guess, Bitcoin miner. I was just gonna say like a GPU, the Ethernet and Wi-Fi connectivity, so that's a nice touch. All right, yeah, Wi-Fi, that's good. Yeah, I don't see any other places where you could plug in the power for this thing. Yeah, looking at here, looks like there's 4 GPU backplate screws here. In another video, I will take it apart. But cool. Okay, so what else is in the box? Nothing else. I think that's it. Yeah, just a foam piece here. So it just comes as is, just like this. So we are going to need to provide our own power source for this, which is, by the looks of it, it's only going to be done through the 8-pin PCIe here. Okay, so if it's slated to do 150 watts at 7 terahash, which I do want to compare to a Avalon Nano 3S later on in this video, I think this is pretty comparable. I think it's around 400 bucks on plebsource.com. If you use code RPM, you get 10% off if anyone's interested in this. But let me go ahead now. Okay, let's turn this thing on. So first power supply I got here is one of these HP server PSUs, 750 watt with a breakout board, 6-pin to 8-pin PCIe cable here, so that should in theory power this no problem. With this BG02, I mean, you could in theory also plug it into a computer. So I have my desktop here, so I was thinking could actually plug in this BG02 into like an empty PCIe slot on the motherboard there, and then I could just, yeah, plug this in and then plug in an 8-pin from my power supply that I have extra into the BG02. So I could see this as, you know, yeah, you could plug this into your gaming PC or something like that. Or what about a freaking Octominer server case? What if I could just plop this into there and, I don't know, run like 8 of these because these are all 8-pin PCIe plugs, so I could, in theory, plug in 8 of these little Magic Miner BG02s into the Octominer. And you know what? Let's just see if it fits in here. Okay, so, alright, I have a bit of fitment issue because looks like I'm gonna need to take out that Wi-Fi adapter. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Took it out. Now I can slot it through into the Octominer here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. It's in. It's slotted in. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like a GPU. It's literally like a GPU, and then I could just go like this. Yeah. Okay, so 8-pin. Alright, so in theory, I could run 8 of these in an Octominer or GP Riser's R8 server case. So, does that mean the PCIe is actually functional though? Like, will the motherboard recognize this as a device? A separate device? I don't think so, because it has Ethernet and Wi-Fi. I'm assuming that this device actually you have to control by itself, right? It's going to get its own IP address, and it's not going to be able to communicate through, you know, this system here, like connecting to Hive OS or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to try now this BG02 into a riser. Okay, I want to actually see if this part here pulls any power, and it looks like there's some plastic here. Okay, I see some plastic actually around this. Yeah, you know what? I don't think this is actually a functional PCIe. You see there's some plastic here. So I did take off this. There was a plastic cover on it. Now there looks to be some plastic tape here. So I don't think this is actually a functional PCIe slot. And yeah, this tape is kind of hard to get off. I've been trying to get it off here. And I don't see any contacts, metal contacts going up into it. So that tells me this is definitely not a functional PCIe slot. All right, well, I'm not gonna do that then. I don't wanna, I don't know, risk shorting it or anything. It's not a functional PCIe slot. Okay, next, I'm going to use a 750 watt HP server PSU with a parallel miner breakout board and a veteran miner 6-pin to 8-pin PCIe cable. So let's go ahead and let's see if this thing turns on. And first issue is I can't even plug in the 8-pin PCIe because the notch here, you see, look, there's a notch blocking it. All right, the 8-pin, the 2-pin PCIe here is being blocked. There's a notch right there that's not letting me push it in. You guys can see there, it's stuck on the piece of metal. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'm just gonna cut off just a little bit of it so I can get the PCIe to push in. That's the issue I'm having here. Okay, all right, sorry veteran miner, I had to cut your cable, but let's see if I can push it in now. Yeah, there we go. It's flush in there now. Okay, let's go ahead and let's turn this thing on. I'm gonna have it down on the table like this, PCIe slot. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna get rid of this tape here. Okay. Let's turn her on. Gonna hit the power button. There we go. No smoke, please. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, oh, it's got some words. At the top, it says, please connect your Magic to your network. Ah, I don't have any Ethernet cable plugged in here. So let me get that. Let me get this Ethernet cable and plug it in here. I guess we can set it up on Wi-Fi later on. I guess this could easily be a nice little desk piece, but one thing I'm worried about is if you have a cat or a baby, fans don't have any cover, so if they put their fingers or paws into this, it's going to it'll probably break. So I guess gotta keep it somewhere that's away from those types of things. But okay, looks like there's Wi-Fi SSID set up. Looks like I can connect to it. Just like, you know, other Bitcoin miners out there, you can directly connect to it with your phone, set up the wallet and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I'm gonna go through the computer. All right, I want to see what the web GUI looks like on this thing. So let me get the IP. I'll see you guys on the computer. Okay, let's take a look here. The web GUI of the Magic Miner. So I believe this looks like the BitAxe operating system. Okay. So if anyone has any reservations regarding the whole open source thing. That's going to be your own prerogative. So here is the Magic Miner dashboard. It looks like I'm getting around 7.26 terahash on this one. It says 142 watts power draw, but at the wall for me, it's actually 167 at about 230 volts. So I'm on 230 voltage. I'm basically using another 25 more watts reported at the wall. The efficiency here is about, it says about 19.15. So if I put my exact numbers that I'm getting roughly right now, 7.26 terahash, 167 watts, I'm getting about 23 watt per hash. So the efficiency there isn't as great as a Avalon Nano 3S or an Avalon Mini 3 or BitX, pretty much similar to a BitX Ultra. Okay, but yeah, looking at that, that's what the efficiency of this is. So it isn't like the newer stuff, like the Avalon Q, etc., etc. So just looking at that, okay, looking at going through here, it's got the Swarm tab, it's got the Network tab, it's got the pool settings. If you do want to, I already added my solo mining in. It does show up on ckpool.org, all right, so that's all good. Then settings here, looks like you can set the frequency, you can do some overclocking, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that in this video. If you guys want me to do that, I'll do another video of testing out some undervolting. Maybe we could get better efficiency of this thing. But yeah, so there's the ASIC temperatures, VR temp, everything looks pretty solid. Yeah, it's connected, 167 watts at the wall, and we are connected. So PlebSource has this for sale for $450, and actually, if you use code RPM, if anyone's interested, you actually get 10% off. Okay, so it's actually $405 USD. So how does that compare to other things that are available right now? Well, roughly it's about a $55 per terahash. Okay, so let me put 405 here. So it's pretty much close to a Canon Avalon Nano 3S. Okay, and that's going to be on its normal mode comparison. Pretty close here. But the Avalon Nano 3S, you know, you're actually getting about, what, 6 terahash, 6.42, depending on, you know, Silicon Lottery, of course. So it's pretty comparable, depending on what prices you can get the Avalon Nano 3S. But the Magic Miner BG02, it's very unique in a way because it's got Ethernet Wi-Fi, it's got dual fans, GPU fans. I mean, it looks like a GPU. And I forgot to talk about the screen here. So one thing as well, it's quiet. All right, so actually let's go back out. Okay. Yeah, there it is. It's pretty quiet. I can actually hear a bunch of my other stuff mining. You guys can probably hear it as well in this video. This thing sounds like just a regular GPU because of the GPU fans. It's really not that loud, but look at this, the screen. This surprises me. Look at that, Magic Miner. It just changed to the Bitcoin price. It's got, yeah, BTC USD price. It's got the change, I guess, the past day, 0.84%. And then it goes to the next screen here, Magic Miner, IP address. It's got the hash rate. Look at that, 7.6 terahash, 7.5, fluctuating a lot there. It's got the fan RPM, temperatures, 40 degrees. That's pretty good. Back to the BTC price. Okay, so that's cool. It has a screen, so it can actually, yeah, as a desk ornament, I could see this on someone's desk. Again, unless someone has a kid or a pet, maybe they might hit the fan, might cut their finger or paw. That might be a thing. But yeah, it's generally quiet. Yeah, I love the look of this thing. I just love that this is in like a GPU form factor with the fake PCIe slot down there, which again, it's not functional. It's not actually a functional PCIe slot because it has its own, I guess, motherboard, CPU, everything all in one, right? Because it's got the Ethernet, Wi-Fi, and everything. And so that's how we can connect to this through Wi-Fi or through IP address, like you guys saw just earlier. I was in the web GUI of this thing. But the screen itself, yeah, that's pretty cool. And just the airflow, I was just noticing here. So yeah, it looks like the heat, all the heat is actually coming out of the back, all right, from here. And then the intakes, I can actually feel air being sucked in from here and also from down here. Okay, there's airflow going from here up top here, and it looks like it's just blowing out that way. Okay, I know with I guess some GPUs, some of the heat actually comes out through the back of the GPU like this way, but I guess the back of the GPU in this regard is actually going to be here, Yeah, there's some heat coming out back of here. Okay, so yeah, just like, I guess, similar to like a GPU in a way. And here's that plastic piece that I took off the PCIe slot. Okay guys, well yeah, that's the Magic Miner BG02. Let me know what you guys think about this. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I guess the first look run of this thing. If you're watching this far, I want to give a week-long hash rate giveaway from this BG02. So just comment down below your guys' thoughts of the Magic Miner BG02, and if you guys are interested in this or not. And let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll choose a winner after 24 hours, and they'll just have to email me once I will reply and pin your comment on this video after 24 hours. So comment down below, get your comments in, and smash that like as well. Thanks again to plebsource.com. If you guys are interested in one of these, link down below. Use code RPM for 10% off if you are interested, okay? But please do your own research. I don't know the longevity of this thing is, you know, reliability and all that kind of stuff. I guess I'm gonna keep running these things. I'm planning on getting 8 of these because I want to run 8 of these in an Octominer, all right? So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be fun. Sad thing, I guess the PCIe won't be able to draw power or anything, but the Ethernet here, yeah, I'm gonna have to plug in 8 Ethernet cords on the Octominer. Oh wait, it has Wi-Fi, so yeah, I could connect each one to the Wi-Fi. I wonder how the signal would be inside an Octominer that's an enclosed case. I'm gonna have to test that. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Again, let me know your thoughts for the Bitcoin hash rate for 7-day hash rate for this thing. All right, you guys have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.